My name is Anna. I'm an ambassador for Braza Skincare, and we are talking about dark spots, pesky dark spots. I had to kind of start over. Okay. All right. So let's get into it. So dark spots. Are we making them darker? Are we causing them to stay longer? And what can we do about it, right? So let's get into it. Okay, so what dark spots actually are, they're a form of hyperpigmentation. I think we've all heard of that word, hyperpigmentation. Hyper meaning more, and pigmentation meaning the coloring of your skin. And in a simpler terms, dark spots are literally the spots on any part of your skin, specifically we're talking about your face, that are darker than the surrounding area. And this is typically caused by post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, like you had acne, it goes away, it leaves a scar, or you get a cut, it goes away, leaves a scar, or any sort of inflammation that went away, healed, like a burn, and leaves a scar, or even from the sun, the UV rays, that can cause you to tan and actually makes your dark spots appear darker because it's literally darkening them. What triggers your skin to even make dark spots is actually it's protecting you. It's your melanin going into overdrive, sending an emergency response to actually heal your skin from the injury that was just caused, whether it be from the sun or from the cut or the scrape or anything like that. So it's actually a good thing. It's actually your skin trying to heal and protect itself. It's just the after effects, kind of like when the Avengers destroy a city to save the world. The after effects aren't that great. They leave those pesky little spots that seem to kind of just hang out and stay for a while, and we don't want them there. So what can we do about it? Lots of things. So we'll get into that in just a second. Part of what we can do is actually have good skincare. Good skin protection is actually really crucial to either eliminating the beginning of a dark spot or, stopping them in their tracks from coming in the first place, and or helping to fade them away. So, you'd want to have something like a hydrating cleanser, and you'd want to have something like a plant-based toner and dark spot serum, and of course your SPF. So you definitely want your skin protected from the biggest dark spot causer of them all, which is the sun. So you'd want something like the UV Defender Mineral Sheer Serum. And this actually, mineral means it'll be broad spectrum. The sun gives off multiple types of rays. It's not just a beautiful hot sun. It's actually giving UVA as in aging, UVB as in burning, and there's even UVC, but that's like really far away, so it actually doesn't get to our skin. But UVA rays actually reach a deeper layer of your skin, and they reach through windows. So it's about a 45 to 60% chance of passing through like car side windows or your house windows. And those are the UVA rays. They get through that glass and they hit your skin, and they actually start to mess with your DNA cells, which is why your skin starts to tan to protect itself. Go figure, right? So your skin is always trying to take care of you. It's always trying to protect itself. So we're here to help our skin out and to prevent severe, tanning and dark spots from forming and staying longer. Okay, and UVB is in burning because UVB, it actually gets to the top part of your skin, and that, causes the immediate tanning, which is actually your skin's protecting itself from burning. Yikes, right? So yes, do wear that sunscreen, do wear your SPF 30 minimal, but we do actually have SPF 40, and do definitely have your broad spectrum because it protects against both your UVA, UVB rays, and this will help prevent the beginning of new dark spots and the darkening of current dark spots. So that's always good news. To rewind back just a little bit on how dark spots even happen with all of the elements outside we kind of can't control, but we can protect ourselves. from all of these things. They are usually harmless, and as I mentioned, they are caused by sun damage, and so you'll start to see aging spots, sunspots, and your inflammation, your post-acne, burns, cuts, inside bites. Hormones like melasma, usually when women are pregnant, after pregnancy, that kind of triggers hormones to change, and you'll start seeing things like melasma or in different dark spots to trigger usually on your cheeks, your forehead, and those types of areas. Okay, they are typically harmless, and they usually signal past hormonal changes or past skin damage. So that's what dark spots are. And then, why do they stay longer? UV exposure, inflammation, and your slow skin cell turnover. So to get into it, slow skin turnover actually slows down with age. Unfortunately, the older we get, the slower things go, but we can actually do something about that. Okay, so just to give you a quick note, skin cell turnover starts to decline in your mid-20s. And so it goes from when you're young, you have a 14-day skin cell turnover, and it starts to go to 28 days, like nearly a full month. And then it slows down significantly with age, with cycles of 45 to 60 days in your 40s, and then 60 to 90 plus days when you hit your 50s and beyond. So this will lead to, dullness of your skin, buildup of dead skin cells, and uneven skin texture. So all of that, and of course your dark spots. So all of that is what happens when you have a slow cycled skin cell turnover. So when you have a slow skin cell turnover, a quicker way to take care of that is, clean skin routine, you're cleansing, you're toning, and exfoliation. You're sloughing off those old dead skin cells. And with dark spots, you're actually sloughing off your pigmented skin cells. To start that over, your dark spots are actually in layers. So your skin is in layers. You have your stratum corneum, your dermis, your epidermis, and beyond. And your dark spots, they can either be really, really deep, or they can just be kind of just lightly on the very top layer of your skin. So you have things like your dark spot serum to help fade them over time. Here it is. And then you have things like your exfoliating pads, your illuminator exfoliating pads that have your alpha hydroxy acids and your beta hydroxy acids that help release the bond that's holding those dead skin cells together on your skin. And you can slough that off. And what you're also doing is sloughing off that dead skin cell pigment, and it's getting faded after each use. That being said, if you're desperate and you're kind of in a hurry to get rid of your dark spots, you wouldn't exfoliate like all day, every day. You wouldn't want to over exfoliate. What this would actually do is trigger inflammation, trigger your skin to kind of freak out, because once you exfoliate, your skin is in a more tender state. So if you keep exfoliating, keep scrubbing away, it'll start to get inflamed, and it'll actually try to heal itself, which will make for more melanin, and of course that means more dark spots because it needs to heal. So don't do that. Don't overdo it. Just, it's a combination of a really good skincare routine, good sleep, good sunblock that will fade away your dark spots. And of course, if it's anything that's really just there and stubborn, definitely talk to your doctor, definitely talk to your dermatologist, see what's going on, see what's up. So, but back to exfoliation. You're gonna actually want to exfoliate 2 to 3 times a week. If your skin is on the sensitive side, you'll want to make it twice a week. And if it's not, you do it 3 times a week. And you would cleanse your face. You'd get off the top impurities. You'd want to always start with a clean face. So get all the top impurities, the dirt off your face, and then you would use your exfoliating pad and exfoliate gently, never harshly. We know you're in a hurry, you want to get those dark spots away, but scrubbing harshly will actually inflame your skin and make things worse. So you want to just slough it off gently, okay? And then after you've done your exfoliating, you want to let the kind of the serum within the exfoliation. Sit there for 2 minutes, brush your teeth, think about life, sing a song, something of that nature. And then after that, you'd want to rebalance your skin with a Abraza Skincare plant-based toner. Okay, you want to rebalance with something that's not going to cause harm to you. It'll only help. So factors that make spots last longer. So people with darker skin tone, they are more prone to post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, and because they have more reactive melanocytes, leading to more significant and lasting spots. So unfortunately, we have more melanin, so more melanin is active and it stays longer to help heal your skin from any sort of perceived injury, burn, cut, acne scar, all the things. And depending on the severity of the inflammation, that will depend on the deepness and intense inflammation of your dark spots. So your dark spots can go deeper, like I mentioned earlier, so it can be on the very top layer, or it can run to the deep part of your skin. So it may take longer, of course, to fade it away. And something like a retinol, if you want to talk to your doctor about that, that actually speeds up your skin cell turnover as well. And that actually sloughs off your dead skin cells faster, meaning it's sloughing off your darker pigmented skin cells faster. So you will notice quicker results, but you'd only do it maybe like 1 to 2 times a night every 2 weeks to start. So all of these are very strong, gentle, but strong and effective ways to quickly slough off and get rid of dark spots. So you're fading them away, but it's all about consistency. Unfortunately, there's no miracle product or cure. You have to just keep going, and you got to do it right. So you want to cleanse your skin, start with a clean base, and then use the proper products to fade away your dark spots. And proper meaning your exfoliating pads, your retinol, your dark spot serum, your vitamin C, antioxidant serum, things of that nature. So the more you do it right and the consistency you do it, and depending on how dark your dark spot is, that will dictate how quickly they fade away. Okay. You can also help by preventing your acne. Don't eat greasy foods. Don't eat the poor nutrition. Get your sleep. Don't let your skin freak out. Gently wash your face twice a day, double cleanse. All of that actually helps fade it away as well. Okay. Now back to the UV light. Our favorite sun, it's great. It gives life, but it also can cause dark spots. Sunlight, so UVA is in aging, UVB is in burning, get past the skin's surface and cause melanin overproduction. So your skin's trying to protect itself. So your skin ramps up melanin production in specialized cells called melanocytes, which gives you a tan as a shield. Uneven pigment distribution happens. So with continued or intense exposure, like your day at the beach or your day hiking outside, and you're not wearing any sort of sunblock or sun protection, your defense mechanism goes into overdrive. And this is causing melanin to cluster and get trapped in certain areas, leading to visible dark spots like your sunspots or your age spots, and of course your full-on tan. And that is another way that you are also getting your dark spots. So yes, please protect yourself when you go outside. Get the air, get your sun, get your vitamin D, but also put on your UV Defender SPF 40 on your neck and your shoulders, your décolleté area, for all up here. So this is specifically for kind of your upper area, and then you'd want sunblock for the rest of you, unless you're covered with like long sleeves or something like that. Now, another cause, people don't wear SPF, they over exfoliate, or they're kind of just using the wrong products together. So yes, SPF really does work. It is a thing. And of course, there was a common myth that I used to believe that, I have some color already, I'm good, I'm protected. But that's not quite the case. Yes, coloring helps, but you do still get sunburned. You do still get affected by long exposure to the sun, or really any exposure to the sun. So you do still need SPF, even sitting by a window. You know, you're cooking by a window, you don't want to do that. Sitting in your car, we're not trying to bake, we are trying to just get our vitamin D and enjoy the sun without the harm. Now, some non-negotiable solutions, or well, some possible solutions that can definitely help. Vitamin C, it brightens and prevents new spots. So we're talking our antioxidant vitamin C E serum, and this is our, let's see, we can get it right here. Oh, here it is. Okay, so this is our Braza Skincare Hydra Serum, and it's a 25% vitamin C complex with vitamin E and ferulic acid, which all work very well together. Okay, so this helps fade the look of dark spots, and it protects your skin. It helps your SPF protect your skin from the sun and from pollution because it has your antioxidants in it. And this actually works best in the morning. So this kind of gives you a double layer of protection by boosting the effects of your sunblock, because it fights the free radicals of the sun. Hoping that, to re-explain this, the sun is a giant ball of free radicals, unfortunately, and it affects your skin cells DNA. And what this does, you put it on, and then you put on your sunblock, your SPF 40, and if any sun rays seep through your sunblock, then this actually helps fight the sun rays, the UVA aging, UVB as in burning sun rays. Okay. Now, the only other thing I'm going to get into is your niacinamide. This calms and regulates pigment. It actually does a lot. Those are just two things that it does. Niacinamide within our antioxidant vitamin C complex serum, it helps to calm inflammation, and it supports even tone and strengthens your skin's barrier, and it's non-irritating. So a lot of people think, oh, if my skin is feeling tingly or irritated, that means the product is working. That is false. It means the product is actually irritating your skin and you want to kind of wash it off immediately. You don't want to use it, or maybe you put too much of it on, or you may have put too strong things, like maybe you exfoliated and then you went right into a retinol. You don't want to do that. You don't want to ever do that. Don't use too strong things together to try to combat dark spots, because it will cause inflammation and redness, and your skin will kind of freak out and try to protect and heal itself, which will actually ironically lead to more melanin, which is more dark spots on your skin. So you don't want that. So to combat all that, you got to use these in the right way, once or twice a week, not at the same time. Retinol and exfoliating, you don't want to use those on the same day at all. And even something like derma rolling, if you know what that is, it has usually it's a handheld device with 540 needle count, 0.25 millimeters. If you're doing that, you definitely don't want to exfoliate after that. You definitely don't want to put on retinol after that, because you've just caused micro trauma to your skin. And you actually want to wait 7 days before you even do anything like toning, exfoliating, a retinol, anything, because your skin is still completely healing itself. Yes, you are sloughing off dead skin cells, and yes, you can use something like a dark spot serum or an antioxidant vitamin C E serum to gently put in your skin and penetrate deeply, but you don't want to use an exfoliant or anything like that. Something strong. You don't want to use a bunch of strong things at the same time. So if it is the night before your wedding or a big dance, and you have a huge dark spot, definitely cleanse your face, double cleanse. Strong suggestions here, depending on your skin type and what you're going through. So this is a very strong suggestion, not a promise. Okay, so you'd want to double cleanse your face. You'd want to, if you can handle it, exfoliate afterwards. Gently exfoliate. Don't be harsh on your skin. Then after that, you'd want to tone, and you'd want to apply something like your dark spot serum. Here it is right here. And your hyaluronic acid serum for moisture. You always want to keep your skin moisturized and plump so it won't get dry, dull. And if it gets dry and dull, it's more prone to be inflamed, causing more dark spots. So you want to do all that. And so if it's the night before, do all that, and then your skin will be, plumper, shinier, but your dark spots will be slightly faded, but not all the way gone, depending on how deep they are. So hopefully you have a month before the big dance, or 2 months. The longer, the better, because, depending on how deep that dark spot is, it may take a little longer to treat and fade away. All right, so I hope you all learned something new. And my name's Anna, and I'm an ambassador for Abraza Skincare. And please be gentle with your skin and stay safe out there.